Good afternoon, and happy belated Mother's Day to all the wonderful mothers around the world, right? Irish or not, mainly Irish, because that's as far as my interest really flies, right? But what was blatantly obvious yesterday, right, is there's an opportunity there for politicians to kind of soften the separateness between themselves and the Irish people, right? And by just offering out general happy Mother's Day, right? This opportunity wasn't taken by two figureheads in this country, one of them being the Taoiseach, Micheál Martin, and the other one being Michael D. Higgins, the President of Ireland, right? And instead of, it's not that they were too busy, right? Instead of just offering out a general happy Mother's Day, instead they offered out, what would you call it, message of support, message of camaraderie, message of well wishes to the Muslim community in Ireland, right? And extended beyond Ireland. And people have an issue with this, right? And I understand it, of course, because these people that are extending their hand out to communities that are not Irish communities, their wages, their salaries, their expenses, their lifestyle, their children's futures, their house, all that stuff, all the good stuff that they're privy to, that all comes off the back of Irish people, right? Irish mothers, Irish children when they grow up, Irish families. So to not even have, regardless of whether it's pure of intention or not, to not even have a well done ladies and happy Mother's Day and enjoy your day because it's just for you, to not even get that back is felt like a slap in the face to many people, right? And it does so because there's still a remnant of expectation there. People can only let you down if you have some sort of expectation on how they should be, right? Because if some stranger says, you walk down the street and some guy just shouts over, "Hey, look, I won't make it to your birthday party," you go, "Grand, yeah, fair enough," right? Because you don't know them, you've no expectation on them. But if your best friend says, "You know what, I'm not going to make it," you'd be a little bit upset or disheartened, or what would you even call it? Upset's probably too strong, right? Let down or something, right? Because there's an expectation there, because there's a relationship there between you, right? That based on our bond and friendship, we will celebrate the joyous days in each other's lives and with each other, and we'll also be there in the worst days of each other's lives. We'll be there together, right? Because there's a reciprocity involved in the relationship, right? With these politicians that are in power in Ireland, we need to stop having expectations of them, because they've shown time and time again that they will just let you down, because they've done nothing to garner the sort of bond or relationship or reciprocity of interaction for you to have these expectations of them. We only have them in so much as they're in the office that they're in, right? But if that feedback isn't coming back from people who are essentially ruling the country, right, or carrying out orders to the effect of ruling the country, if that office is not given back to us, then we need to just walk away from that office. And that doesn't mean not be involved, right? Or not continue to be calling out abuse of the office or anything like that, right? But the idea of having expectations on them that they're going to change, or that people are suffering and they should see that, and only if they've seen it properly then they'd really understand and they'd come and help, right? They're not about that, right? These people, if they're to have any sort of philosophy on human nature at all, would be probably social Darwinists, right? Where the view of human nature and of nations and people is a survival of the fittest or survival of the strongest, right? And if you are in a position, or you've put yourself in a position where you can by virtue or underhandedness, where you can come to dominate and exert power and control over people, then that power and control you can wage against people or assert over them, that becomes a self-justification as to why you're in the position that you're in, right? I'm in the position of being strong and tyrannical and as an overlord because I am those things, right? And the more someone with that sort of perspective sees people that they're abusing, right? Sees people kind of go, oh, well, look, would you not even, what about this? And we need that. That reaction that they're getting from people does nothing but blows up their own egos again, right? It reinforces the perspective they have of themselves. That look how powerful I am. These people, regardless of the treatment I give them, they still come to me. They're still upset with me. They still have expectations on me. And my main point is that this. So long as we continue to have expectations on these people, or we have expectations from these people, we still consider them as leaders because we're still looking up to them in some way. And this looking up to them cements their role in their own mind. That yes, of course, come and demand things of me because I am the Lord, right? This is the perspective that they have, because that is the view of human nature that they have, if they even have a working philosophy of anything, right? And if they're not just total gimme, and the end justifies the means, pure Machiavellian, I'll do what I need to do because there's only one life and I have my wants and I have my needs and I will do anything to get them because they're nice to me and they benefit me, so why wouldn't I, right? Because there's no connection between them and any other people, only for the people, accepting the people that they have around them in their life, and maybe a little bit extended beyond that, right? These are the kinds of people that we're dealing with. So continuously feeling let down by them or having expectations of them, it's cementing both positions, that they are in a leadership role, we are the weaker animal, and therefore that justifies the stronger animal, right? The more vicious animal in the position that they're in, right? So as long as you have expectations, you will always be let down.